Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today, just a short video to share with you this Game Boy Micro that Mike got us recently. As you guys know, those of you that have been watching this channel, you guys know that we love semi-vintage stuff. We're also the kind of people that still appreciate very much so the Viewmaster, for example. So anything that has that vintage or retro vibe, we'll probably appreciate it, to say the least. So in that spirit, Mike got us the Game Boy Micro. This is the packaging. Oh, Mike is playing it on the background.
No, I'm not playing it because you wanted it on.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. It's nice that we actually can hear it on the background. As, how do you say that? As background music. Look at this, guys. Love it. We shared this with you on Facebook and I think also on Instagram, and a couple of you were really enthusiastic about it. People that are a little bit like us, mindset-wise. Some people never seen it. I must say, I've never seen it either. I've never knew of its existence until Mike, until it actually was delivered, and Mike started packing it out, unpacking it. I was like, oh, what is that? So I thought it was just some sort of an 80s something, because that's the vibe that I got from it. Some 80s Game & Watch, you know, alternate version. But no, this thing's actually not that old.
It's not that old. It's about 20 years old.
Something like that. I think that they say on the internet that the development of the Micro Game Boy began in 2004, shortly before the release of the Nintendo DS, and was first announced at E3 2005 on May the 17th. But still it still can play Game Boy games. However, unlike the Game Boy Advance, it does not have backward compatibility. But yeah, it has a built-in battery. But yeah, you can play actual cartridge on it. Yeah.
It plays the Game Boy Advance cartridges.
And look at the quality of the screen. I just love it, guys. I love it. It looks really, really nice, not just on video, but also in real. It's sharp, although the screen is small, but the fact that everything looks so nice and just happy and pretty sharp just compensates a little bit for the small size of the screen. So it's nice.
I turned it all the way down, maybe.
Yeah. So yeah, it's straightforward. Not too much that we can say about this. This is the 20th anniversary edition
For the NES.
for the NES. So it has.
So in Japan, it was released because the NES turned 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is why it looks as the Japanese NES version. Not the version we have in Europe or
In the US.
States.
Yeah.
That's the gray brick, of course, the NES. But in Japan it was called the Famicom, and this is the 20th anniversary of the Famicom edition of this Game Boy Micro. And I love these colors.
Yeah, I must say, because I was gonna say, I love the fact that, you know, it is how it is, that this color theme they choose for it is this. It makes it a little bit special, I guess, in comparison to this gray brick.
Yeah, but they had all different colors.
True, yeah, there are many different colors that you can choose from.
Yeah.
And I myself, I grew up with the Super Nintendo, so the Super Famicom, and I love everything about it. I love that it has that sober design, gray, light gray, and then those four colorful dots. Love that. But doesn't mean that I have to see that color theme in everything and everywhere.
And the great thing about this specific buy is that it came with the original boxing still there. So here you see the first, here is the first layer, which has
sits
Game Boy in it.
It says like this.
And then you
Open it up.
And then it says thank you for selecting the Famicom version.
Yeah.
It has the original pouch still with it.
That is such
So you can put it in the pouch.
It really smells new. Yeah.
Yeah, it has hardly been played with, but I saw there is a screen protector on there, and these Game Boy Micros have interchangeable face plates. So at the sides there are two notches here, and if you press them at the same time, the whole faceplate comes off.
Okay.
And then you can put in another one or a new one if this one becomes too scratched.
Yeah.
Nowadays on eBay you can and eBay and on AliExpress etc. you can find a lot of replacement faceplates. The Nintendo ones are incredibly hard to find, or they're very expensive. The replacement ones are okay. Most of the time they protrude a little bit too much, so that means that the onboard buttons sink in too much.
Oh, okay.
You know, because they're not really.
They're not really.
They don't really fit that well. But then again, if you have a really bad and scratched faceplate, then I think you should be able to find a new one. Yeah, so it has this pouch still there, and then of course, as this is the Japanese version, which by the way plays all cartridges, no matter where they come from. The Game Boy Micro is not region locked, so it plays the Japanese cartridges, the European cartridges, the US cartridges, etc. And the other versions of the Game Boy Micro from Europe or from the US also play them all. So it's not locked in any way. And you see the original documentation was still included, and I love this kind of stuff.
Yeah, me too. Promotional stuff that comes with it. Yeah, I love it. It smells like you've entered one of these old-fashioned bookstores.
Yeah.
That's how it smells.
Yeah. And the other side.
The other side.
You see, it has the Game Boy Advance branding on there.
Yeah, I love it. I love that it's in Japanese. It makes it so cool looking, so different.
And then there's the manual, which is also completely
in Japanese. Yeah.
And it has 2 vouchers for the Nintendo Club.
That is cute.
Which is very cool, I think.
Yeah, we actually had the Nintendo Club here in Holland, in the Netherlands, really early on. Yeah. And we even had the game counselors hotline. Yeah, actually, I think I made a call or two to them, but it was kind of expensive. So you called only when you were really stuck.
Which this describes how to use the console, which is of course not that complicated, but it's so cool that it's still included with everything.
Yeah, I think you're lucky. It's always nice when you want to buy these kind of stuff. It's always nice when you manage to actually get hold of one that still has the packaging and all that.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, and what I noticed that getting one without the packaging and with the packaging is not even that big of a price difference. So that's why I decided to go with the packaging. It's not really that but look at all the other stuff we do. I'm not someone that says, oh, I need to have the packaging included. But
and it has to be mint condition.
If it's only a small price difference anyway, then I should say go for it.
Yeah. And sometimes when you're lucky enough, you can even find something that is not per se more expensive because of packaging. If you happen to be lucky. I mean, that's how we got this original Game Boy.
Tetris.
The Tetris in its original box and the whole thing, and it wasn't very expensive. I mean, it's just your definition.
It was hard to find.
It was hard to find. Yeah, I think this was when we were looking for this one on eBay, international, worldwide. I think it was the only one. Yeah. Maybe now there are a couple, 1 or 2, but yeah, it was very hard to find this specific edition. So, and this also has everything in it.
This is actually the first time I bought something from eBay Japan.
Yeah, this.
And one of the things that they had shipping it to me
Yeah.
was free shipping. So, and I've seen that a lot on Japanese offers. Not sure why that is or if they have some specific deal. But it was shipped by Federal Express and it took 3 days to get here. So,
Not bad at all.
no.
Here are some specifics. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think this is it.
Of course, I also bought the Easy Flash Omega edition for this.
Yeah,
Um,
so you can jam it with games.
If you want to see what that does, then you should look it up. Easy Flash Omega edition.
Yeah, it's a really nice thing. It's a really, really nice thing. Yeah, so you also have the possibility to put on here the backups of all your games. All right, thanks for watching, guys, and I don't know, we hope we gave you an idea of something that exists that maybe you didn't know of, like I didn't know of this, and I love the Nintendo stuff. So thanks for watching, and I guess we'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.